As you know, we are in the properties of material. So the first property, that is the appearance, already I taught. What is the second property? That is the hardness of material. According to the hardness of material, there are two types of material. One is the hardness, means hard material. Second one is the soft material. What are the hard material? They are difficult to compress. Just see, there are so many. See, this is our pen, okay? This is hard. I am pressurizing this one, but I can't change its shape. So it is very hard to compress, the difficult to compress the material which are hard. And another important thing is, their shape cannot be changed even if pressure is applied. Try to understand, if beyond certain limit you will apply pressure, so they will be broken into pieces, but they will not change their shape easily even if you are pressurizing them, okay? Next, there are so many examples. Just see, steel, iron rod, just see, table, chair, duster, chalk. That is there or not? This is chalk. I may pressurize up to certain limit, it will withstand the pressure, and afterwards what it will do? It will be broken into pieces. So this is hard material. Now soft material, opposite of hard material is soft material. What are the soft material? They can be compressed easily, okay? Compressed means shrinking, means if you are applying the pressure, they will be compressed. What are the example? Plastic ball, cotton, okay? And what is the next one? Their shape can be changed by pressing. Soft material, very easily they can change their shape. If you are applying pressure, so they will change their shape. Just see, what are the example? Cotton, you apply the pressure, so now cotton will shrink or not? Plastic ball, you apply pressure, then what is there? It will change its shape. So according to the hardness property, what is there? There are two types of material only, hard material and soft material. Now let us move to the another property of the material, that is the floating property of material. Floating property. So I will write the third one, floating property. So according to this property, there are two types of substances. Here write floatability, okay? So there are two types of material. This is the third one. What is the first one? Those material which float on the surface of water, they are known as floating material. What is the next one? Those who are sinking in the water, they are sink material, okay? Two are there. So just try to understand, there are many materials which do not float on the surface of water, and which float on the surface of water, it means they are lighter than water. Dekho, now here you can write 2 points. Substances which are lighter than water, they float on the surface of water, okay? Example is rubber. Then what is the next one? Sponge. Then what is there? Cotton, okay? Now hollow wood, correct or not? They always float. Substances which are which are heavier than water, they sink in the water. Okay, example, iron rod. What else? Iron nail, etc. Okay, now we'll show you one activity related with this one, floatability, then you will come to know. Correct?
It is really fun. It is really fun to create paper boats and float them in water, isn't it? Some objects float on water while some sink in it. Let us understand this with the help of an activity. For this activity, we need wooden sticks, iron nails, plastic glove, steel spoon, coins, mustard oil, stones, plastic ball, leaves, and water trough. Now take water trough and fill it with water. Take a wooden stick and drop it in the water. What did you notice? Wooden stick floats on the surface of the water. Let us see if an iron nail floats or sinks in water. When an iron nail is dropped in water, it sinks. It's time to check whether a plastic glove floats or sinks in water. Notice that the plastic glove floats on the surface of water. Now, we will drop a steel spoon in the water. Notice that the steel spoon sinks in water. Will a coin float or sink in water? Let us see. When a coin is dropped in water, it sinks. Similarly, a stone will also sink in water. Now we will see if a plastic ball floats or sinks in water. It floats on the surface of water. Let us take a leaf and drop it in water. What will happen? The leaf floats on the surface of the water. When we add few drops of mustard oil in water, its droplets float on the surface of the water. From this activity, we can conclude that the wooden stick, plastic glove, plastic ball, leaf, and mustard oil are lighter than water. So, these objects float on the surface of the water. While iron nail, steel spoon, coin, and stone are heavier than water. So, these sink in the water.
So dear cadets, here the conclusion of this activity is given. An object will float or sink in water depending on whether it is lighter or heavier than object. So the material lighter than water float, plastic, pencil, etc. Material heavier than water sink, iron, nail, steel, etc. Okay. So this is the conclusion. Let us move to the new property. Okay, just see, we'll do one activity here, and now it is very interesting activity. You must have seen earthen lamps. Can you make a lamp which float on water, let us try making it. Okay, just see what you require for this activity. Let us see things you require: twist of cap of bottle, okay, cotton wick, transparent container, oil, water, pair of scissors, matchstick. These are the items which you require. Just see. Punch a hole in the bottle's cap large enough for a rolled up sheet of tissue paper to pass through. Means you have to make a one hole on the cap of the bottle. Okay. What is the next one? Next one, take a long cotton wick and pass 1/8 of it through one side of the cap. So just try to understand, this wick should be inserted in the hole of the cap of bottle. Okay. Next one, fill the bowl with water and oil in a such a way that the oil is more than half of an inch deep or deeper than the long side of your wick. So just try to understand, fill the bowl with the water and oil. Means in the bowl what should be there? Water and oil should be both should be there, but it should be in a such a way that the oil is more than half of an inch deep or deeper than the long side of your wick. Means just see, most of the part of the wick should be dipped in the oil only. That is the meaning. Place the cap afloat on the oil. Let the wick soak up the fuel. Okay. Now, means you have already inserted the wick in the hole of cap. Just you sink it to the oil so that your wick soak the fuel. Now set it on fire and enjoy the light. Now what is there? Now if you set it fire, so just see that wick, the some part of wick will burn continuously and it will give light to you. So this activity is very interesting, but you should do with the help of your parents. So what we have learned from this activity about the nature of water and oil? Oil is insoluble in water. Oil is lighter than water. Just try to understand. You have taken water and oil both, but see, oil was insoluble in water and oil was above the surface of water. That is why your wick was burning. Okay. Allah. So dear cadets, today I have completed two properties. Number one is the hardness of material, second one is the floating property of the material. Now one activity also I told you, if you want you can do at your home. Now this is the time to give you some questions. The first question I am giving you, what do you mean by hard material? Hard material. Okay, hard material. Give some examples. Okay, first question. What is the second question? Second question is, what do you mean by soft material? Soft material. Give some examples. Next one is, name some objects. Name some material which float on the surface of water. on the surface of water, on the surface of water. Okay, 5 material, only 5 material you have to give. Okay, name. Next one, name some material, name some material which sink in the water, in the water. Only 5, only 5. Here also only 5, only 5 material, both are 5 only. Okay, thank you.